So, I just realized that it is officially my 6-month Twitterversary, which is to say it's been exactly 6 months since I started my Twitter account, which was my first foray into being a poster on the internet. So 6 months ago I became someone who posts on the internet. And I wanted to do some kind of like reflective, I don't know, I really like to celebrate little milestones. I've usually been doing like tweet milestones. I did a milestone for my 10,000th tweet maybe a month or two ago. And I don't know, I want to, like, my ideal 6-month Twitterversary reflective would eloquently talk about how much I've changed in those 6 months. But that's also like a lot of work. I think I really like this kind of thing. Maybe there's something about this that's particularly stressful for me, because I just in my last video I was talking about how I really regret, I'm currently on sabbatical and I really regret not doing a halfway point reflective, because now I'm like, I can't do math, but I'm a month and a half into my 2-month sabbatical, so I only have half a month left. And I really wish I had done a reflective at that point, but I think it's, I don't know, I think that these kinds of things, I have an idea of like, this is what it should look like, this is what a good one would look like, and because there's so much pressure surrounding that, then I just get paralyzed and then I just don't do it. So this is in fact my second take of doing this, because I thought it would be a good idea to read my first Twitter thread, but then I was like, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't feel right, so I stopped recording and just hit record, and I'm trying again. I guess what works better is just when I let myself talk off the cuff and not have some idea of how it should turn out. I think the biggest things are like the transition from lurker to poster. That's a big thing. And then the other thing is how I've inspired other people. So I guess I'll go from the lurker to poster thing first. So prior to starting my Twitter account, I had only like personal accounts, like social media accounts. And at some point I was probably posting on all of them, but again, as a personal account, mainly just for like people I knew. And then at some point when I was 23, I kind of like shut everything down. Like I privated all my accounts, like deleted a ton of stuff. I think I completely wiped my Twitter. And I just kind of like lurked for a couple years. And not that that was bad. I think it was exactly what I needed at that point, but at some point I knew that I wanted to make the leap from lurker to poster. And it's kind of like it's not just like, yes, it is just like starting an account and posting, but it really is like a complete mindset shift. It's like a complete shift in my perception of and participation in relation to reality and like life. and to other people, I guess. Like, I was used to receiving, and now I'm in my emitting era. I was used to listening, and now I'm in my talking era. And that is no small thing. Like, I don't know, I've been feeling hopeless recently. In fact, in my last video, I was very hopeless, and like, I can't accomplish anything, I can't achieve anything because I'm always in my way. But, like, if I look back on the last 6 months, I've completely, like, done a total 180, and I've stopped only listening to other people. And I've learned that what I have to say has value and deserves to be listened to, but also, like, people want to listen. People like to hear what I have to say, and I guess that goes into my second point, of inspiring other people. I don't know, a couple days or a week or so ago, I don't know, time, I should just stop trying to have an accurate view of time because I never do, but sometime recently, sorry, it's like 2:30 in the morning, I don't tend to get like this, but recently I got in this phase. It just kind of like hit me like a truck of like seeing other people's stuff, whatever that stuff may be, and I'm just like, whoa, like lots of other people are like way better at me than all these things. Like, what am I even doing? Like, why do so many people could do what I'm doing better than I'm doing it? Why do I have the audacity to do it? And I don't tend to get like that because intellectually that's not what I believe. Man, I don't yawn until I'm on camera. Anyway, so I don't really believe that on an intellectual level. You know, I think every person has a special thing, and no one can make what I make because it's what I make, and it's going to be different than whatever anyone else makes. But I just had a moment where it's like other people's stuff is better. I don't know, like they just have a better sense of what they're doing, or like have a better shtick, or like have a more interesting little thing, whereas mine is just like talking, and maybe that's boring, and maybe I don't have anything interesting to say. So I was definitely feeling like that. But the reality is, there is something special about my unique presence on the internet, and I don't know totally what that is yet. I'm still finding it out. I've only been doing this for 6 months, but one thing that has been true from day one, actually, is I'm noticing like my throat, some stuff going on in my throat, I'm feeling tight. Maybe because this is it's an emotionally difficult thing for me, which is that from day one of me posting on the internet, I have been an inspiring presence for other people. You know, even just from starting like my first thread talking about being a lurker and deciding to become a poster. Like people in the replies were like, shoot, I might start posting more too. I mostly lurk, and you know, there have been people who, you know, made an account to join in because they were inspired by my transition from lurker to poster. I don't know, this feels like stupid to talk about. But I guess, okay, here's a more concrete example. So once I started posting on TikTok, I mean, I inspired multiple friends to also start posting more on TikTok. And we were just like hanging out there virtually and just making our little TikToks and responding to each other's TikToks and making TikToks about each other, making TikToks. And it was just a fun little thing going on. And one of said friends was Hamish McDoodles. I don't know if he's Hamish McDoodles on here, Hamish Doodles. Anyway, so Hamish commented on one of my TikToks and was like, commenting on my confidence to just post videos that have my face in it. Because up until that point, he had been posting a lot of videos, but they were all his voice and his cute little drawn characters. And so fast forward a couple days, weeks, whatever, I don't know, I'm bad at, I'm not very good at telling stories like this. I'm not good at getting the details right, so I'm sorry if I get any of these details wrong. Maybe if I just make that disclaimer, then I'll feel better. But so anyway, fast forward however long, and Hamish started posting his face. He started a different account, started posting his face. And then, come to find out, he discovered, apparently he didn't know before, he discovered that he's handsome. And, he talked about that on Twitter, and everyone was like, what are you talking about? Like, of course you're handsome. Of course you're handsome. But until he posted his face on the internet, he didn't know he was handsome. And so now, his life has changed, and he just commented on my most recent videos, and said that his life has genuinely changed because he discovered he's handsome. And I don't know, I just, it feels like it should feel some way talking about this, but like I said, it's hard for me to emotionally, it's difficult for me to have a positive impact on other people. And I don't know why that is. So imagine, like, someone's life has changed because of me just being myself on the internet. And who knows, like, if I keep doing this, who knows how many other people's lives could change just because they're inspired to do something similar, or they're inspired to take up space, or they're inspired to figure out what it is they want. Like, I want to talk more about, like, how to know what you want, how to get what you want, how to, look how you want, how to, like, live the life you want. I want to have a positive impact with people. And I want to be able to emotionally handle having a positive impact on people. I don't know, it's really, there's so many, like, good things, like, even just the fact that like I'm having a really good time, like I really enjoy, you know, posting. I enjoy people like interacting with what I have to say and like interacting with the stuff that I post. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I think because I'm enjoying it so much, I also have a difficult time accepting that it's real, maybe. And like the people whose stuff that I was like reading and like lurking about, like now they're my friends, and part of me is like, well, yeah, like they're people, I'm people, and you know, we have this commonality of being someone who posts on the internet, and we like each other's stuff, and now we're friends. But another part of me feels very, very overwhelmed by that. And like, there was one day I had a call with a Twitter mutual, and something about it was so, like, my brain could not fathom the fact that I was me and this person that I had known on Twitter and was like someone who I looked up to and admired, like was talking to me, directly to me, and was seeing me. Something about that was so overwhelming, and I just like cried a lot of that day and was just like very, very overwhelmed. So yeah, I've certainly come a long way in 6 months, but I also think I'm still emotionally catching up to it, and I don't know, I feel like I should have some kind of something I've learned. I don't know. Actually, let me just read this tweet from April 23rd. So this was about a month to a month and a half after I started posting. I said, "You ever feel like everything about you that seemed bad or weird finally found the right context in which to flourish, and people are celebrating you for all the things people always derided you for, and you don't really know how to handle it?" Yeah. Turns out there was a Twitter-shaped hole in my life and in my heart. And honestly, I think the biggest thing is that with most people, IRL, I have to work so hard to convince them my genuineness is genuine, LMAO. But here you guys just see it and know I'm being for real. So yeah, it feels like I've found somewhere that I can belong, and somewhere that I matter, and somewhere that like all the thoughts and feelings that I've bottled up for years finally have a place to exist, and not only exist but be celebrated and be interacted with and enjoyed, and like inspire other people to do similar things or to do whatever it is that they want to do. So yeah, I don't know if that was exactly what I wanted for a 6-month Twitterversary reflective, but I think I'm happy with it. And I plan to still continue posting and to continue making the content that I want to make. Yeah. Thanks for watching if you did, and thanks for being here.